everyone. Today's topic is the reasons why you should feed only your good and great ancestors, and why you should also venerate good and great ancestors that are not only related to you, distant ancestors worldwide. Especially if you're a called spiritualist. I'm going to tell you why. Some of you that have been following me for a while, you do know that I do venerate ancestors from all over Africa, and I know the benefits. So this is why I'm going to emphasize it, that you people should also venerate good and great ancestors that are also not directly related to you. So whenever I'm doing my full moon rituals, I always write, you have the opportunity to venerate and elevate your good and great ancestors. Why do I always say venerate your good and great ancestors? What is this good and great ancestor? What does it mean? It means that in this lifetime, like you're living now, there are people who live with integrity, with good deeds. People that have principle. People that fight for justice. Good people that always fight for you. Just like your parents, there are parents that fight for you. And they will do everything possible to make sure they protect you, they guide you. Those are your good and great ancestors. Because there are some ancestors in the family, in some family line, that they are not good. Not all ancestors are good. So you want to make sure you're only venerating the good ones. The good ones that can fight for you. The good ones that can stand for your highest good. Good ancestors. There are many good ancestors depending on the foundation that you have, but not all ancestors are great. So there is a reason why I always say great ancestors. We have good ancestors. We also have ancestors that are great. So when you're venerating ancestors, venerate great ones. The great ones are the ones that fight for you, that command authority. Anyone that always command authority, that always fights for someone. And if they pass to the afterlife, they continue to do the same thing. They don't change. They always do the thing that they used to do before. If you venerate them, you call upon them, they will do the same thing for you, for anyone that comes to you. It's important to venerate your ancestors first before you venerate any other ancestors. Like some of you guys that are religious, you be venerating ancestors that are not in your lineage, ancestors that are not related to you, that are not from your race. Some ancestors that are not from your race, you know, some of them are racist. So some of them are going to not even accept your petition, your prayer. They will not look into it. If they used to be racist in this physical earth when they were alive, they are the same person in the afterlife. So that's why sometimes when you're praying to some saints from your religious organization, you don't get results. That's why. So, but your ancestor, your African ancestor, they always welcome you. Even if you're not related to them, African ancestors, they welcome you. They will protect you. They will fight for you. As long as you go to the ancestors that used to do certain things before. And if the ancestors that used to fight, they don't care whether you're related to them or not. They are fighting for what they believe on. That's why you should venerate your good and also great ancestors. The warriors, those ones that always intercede for their communities. The powerful spiritualists, priests, priestesses. Venerate your good and great ancestors. The consequences of venerating or just venerating ancestors that are not good is they will also, those their bad behavior that they used to have when they were alive, they still have it over there. They are not changing. Unless they reincarnate and have a new destiny contract that they will have a different deeds. Otherwise, when you're venerating them for what you know them for. That is what you're going to do. Ancestors that don't used to fight for you, that used to be ignorance. And you go and venerate this ancestor and hoping that this ancestor is going to help you. They can't help you. Even if they want to, they feel sorry for you. Some of them that don't have the personality, They cannot be able to come out to fight for you. But those ones that have the personality, the character of fighting against affliction, injustice, as soon as they call them, they rise up for you. Once they hear what you're going through, they will go and fight for you. Ancestors, our ancestors are powerful. In the afterlife, there is no tribe, there is no discrimination. Venerate ancestors from that you know that they are not related to you, but they are powerful as well. Because this is what I do, and I see that a lot of ancestors that comes to teach me things, a lot of them are not even related to me. Some of them, they track me, they come to me, you know, because they know me in the spiritual realm. You understand? They are the one that comes to me to help me, to bless me. So they do a lot of things for me, ancestors that are not related to me directly. They do that. I also have my ancestors that are related to me. My family, they are powerful people. They are warriors. They are spiritualists. So they also have that. And our ancestors, because my ancestors have good track records, you know. So obviously, what the record that they have built for their foundation still follows their lineage, their living ones, and even the ones in the afterlife. Because when my ancestors are coming to run an errand, they come with the other spirits, you know. And sometimes I'm seeing them with spirits that's other ancestors that are not even related to my ancestors, because they have good relationship, good connection. Just like if you now, you have maybe friends that are not related to you, but when you have problems, they will always intercede for you. It's like that in the afterlife. If you venerate ancestors that used to be evil witches and wizards, they will come with their personality to bewitch you. So it's important that when you're doing you're calling your ancestor, you call the good and great ones that stand for your highest good. That is the only one that will come. The ones that you don't call upon, they will not come. Those ones that didn't live well on earth does not deserve your libation. They did not desire your sacrifices or your offerings. It's only good ancestors that have lived well that deserve those offerings and sacrifices that we give. Venerate your good and great ancestors, even if they are somewhere in the diaspora worldwide. Venerate them. I know some people think that these things are impossible. Me, I didn't even know that it was possible until I started doing this spiritual call, and then I begin to see the ancestors all over the world. They try to connect to me. You understand? You can connect to your ancestors from anywhere you are in the world. You call upon them, they come. Anywhere you are, you can call upon any ancestors that used to be good and used to be great, and they will come and answer you. Especially for a spiritualist that lives with dignity and principle, and they check your track record that you're a good person, your ancestors. Those ancestors, they will come. Some of them will be coming by themselves to support you. Your ancestor becomes like a deity, especially when you're giving them blood transfusion, when you're venerating them often. If you're not a spiritualist, the way you can venerate your ancestors is through libation, giving them cooked food. The food that they used to love when they were alive. Our ancestors, they love food. I repeat, our ancestors, they love cooked food. They love cooked food. They love, because they used to live, they used to be living beings. And they used to eat, so they know about food. So give them cooked food. Give them drinks, the things that they used to love. If you don't know what they used to love when they were alive, then you give them food in your country, in your tribe, that they used to offer to people during ceremonies and parties. Venerating your ancestors is very powerful. I'm going to make part 2 of this video so that you'll be able to understand more about ancestors.